Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video will be kind of like a glam look. I've got a couple of ideas of what I want to do, but I don't know exactly where it's going to take me. And time's a bit crazy at the minute, so I've got loads of time at home. I'm going to wear glam makeup for no particular reason, but as we have time, we may as well practice it and put a little bit light into the situation right now, because everyone's a little bit like nervous and scared, and this is just a bit of fun. So without further ado, I shall jump into the video. So to start off today, I've already moisturised my skin. I'm now going to go on to primer, and I'm going to use the foundation primer by Mercier. This is actually the older one, but I have to use it up at some point. I can't throw it away. It's just a little tiny amount on the finger, probably pea size, I'd say. And I'm going to work this into the centre of my face. So I have the EX1 foundation. This is called invisiwear liquid foundation. Kind of comes out quite moussey creamy. It's a liquid one anyway, and this is in shade 1.0. Really nice, just get it from Boots. And it, oh, hey, first one. And yeah, so you can get it from Boots, and it's pretty good coverage. You can build on it as well. Kind of nice for nighttime as well. I don't think there's SPF in it, so no flashback. I'm gonna put a couple of pumps on the back. Yeah, this is a great foundation. What's happened to the pump? There we go. That looks disgusting. That'll be fine. I've got the Real Techniques little cheek brush. It's actually really nice for foundation. You can tell I don't use their brushes for what they're meant to be. It's probably going to be too dark because I'm so pale. Oh no, it's okay. We're just going to buff this in. I'm pretty sure this foundation's like £11 or something like that. It could even be cheaper. £11–12 I think is what I paid for it, which is a bargain. I had my windows open, my doors open. Luckily we've been blessed with lovely weather during this horrible time, so we can still like get a bit of sun. I don't have a garden, so I opened the double doors in my flat because I'm on the top one, and let the sun in, and it gave me like loads of freckles already. And I'm like, damn, not the freckles. I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that point, but I find them annoying. So I'm happy with the coverage for me. I mean, if you want to add more, then go ahead, add more. I'm going to cover up blemishes and that with concealer, but I'm going to do concealer a little bit later. So I'm going to do my eyebrows now. I've got the Urban Decay brow blades again in shades Taupe Trap and Brunette Betty. Gosh, no, it's empty. Oh, that's so sad. Got my eyebrows done the other day though, so they're a little bit neater. Thank you, Eloise. To be fair, because I got them tinted for the first time, normally I just get them shaped. Changed my life. You don't really need to fill them in after they've been tinted. It's great. Love it. Kind of skip over the brow tutorial part. If you want to watch how I do it, I explain it a little bit more detail in my natural makeup video, so 2 videos ago, but I'll put the link down in the description. And I'm just going to take my eyebrow gel now. This is the Brow Finish by Urban Decay. Trusty favourite for the minute. I do really like the 24 brow setter or something from Mind Blank. Benefit. Okay, now for eyes, I've got this massive thing. Let me show you now. Revolution 144 colours. Woohoo! This is really underrated, and I think Revolution is underrated. Look at all these beauties. Absolutely love it. And they're actually really good payoff for colour. I mean, and the price of the palette, so much cheaper than something else that you get. I'm pretty sure it's like cheaper than palette that has like 12 colours. Like, I can't actually remember how much this was. I'll have to find out. This is plastic, so you can clean it up, but the mirror is nice. It's a bit small though for what it is. It should really cover the whole thing. And these, they're not great, so don't use them. I've got that palette, and then I'm gonna use the Nars Eye Primer, Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. And this is just the clear one on my eyes. This is so cute, it's a mini one. I've got the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and that I'm just going to put on a neutral eye colour, neutral sort of skin colour to set the primer up to the eyebrow. Some people say you don't need to set a base, like an eyeshadow base. However, if I just went straight into putting colour on it, I always find it catches on my eye and it never blends properly, and I find that really, really frustrating. So you still get the staying power of the primer, but you've also got something else to set it so then it blends better on top. You're not like losing the effect of the primer by doing this. So next I'm going to take sort of like a crease colour, and a warmish brown. I'm thinking this one right there. It's not great, that's the only thing with a big palette like that, obviously it's not that travel friendly, but if you only need one thing for your house, make it that, because you have everything in there, so you'd be fine. Popping that in the crease a couple of times, just backwards and forwards. Blend in. Concentrate the product in the crease and then blend up towards the brow. Darker with it. This one by here. That one, this brown here. And I'm going to concentrate that in the crease a little bit more and not blend it as high as the other one. And I've got a slightly more concentrated brush. This is the the Urban Decay brush from the Cherry palette. It's a double-ended one. It's actually really handy. So I'm going to dip it on just the tip of the brush, not on the side of the brush. Nice. So this look is kind of your going out, nice meal, whatever you want, staying at home, sitting on the sofa all day. So I'm blending it out with nothing left on the brush, just sort of taking it where the brush is taking it, I suppose. I went to a makeup trade show and got this brush. I cannot remember for the life of me what the company was called. I feel like it was called something like Pro Artist Brushes or something like that. It's really annoyed me because it's all rubbed off the edge. I'll have to find out. But this is really nice because it's really pointy at the end, so you can really pinpoint in. Again, I'm going in with the darker brown now. Where is it? That one here. This, I think, has got a bit more fallout, this colour. Just be careful. So you don't have to press very hard. The brush does it for you, because the little brushes, the little pieces of brush. Why can't I think what this is? The little hairs on the brush on the outside do the blending for you. Blending out a little. Take my Nars brush. Oh, I think I found it was Nancy, not Nars. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Because the N is like, it looks like an R. That's just me being stupid, basically. The tapered brush by Nancy. I'm going to take that same brown that I've just used there and sort of blend the line that that brush has made, but mainly on the outside. I kind of like it in here. I just got a clean 217 brush from MAC and I'm just blending the edge off. And can dip into that first brown as well to try and just diffuse that out. And I'm also going to take on the Nanchi brush that darkest brown underneath the eye. And join it up to where it's blending out at the edges there. I'm just going to go into the second brown I used, which was that one there. And just go slightly underneath that darkest colour under my eyes. Ooh. So now on the actual mobile lid itself, I'm going to do a little bit of a sparkly sort of colour. I think I'm going to take that one here. So this has got a bit of a shimmer to it. And it's got like a bronzy gold tinge. And I've got a flat brush now to apply that. And that is a Mercier eye colour brush. I'm just going to take that there then. That went straight into a different colour. I'm just darkening up this sort of little V section. I'm going to use my finger and just go into that gold again, just because I want it a little bit more intense. I think it's an MUA brush, I think. It says hashtag MUA candy, so I'm assuming. Small blending brush. And this one mixed with this one, just to make it light enough. Corner. Pop. Brow bone as well. So now I'm going to put some liquid liner on. I know people get quite scared with liquid liner. However, this liquid liner by Mercier is friggin' amazing. It is like the smallest brush. You can get the finest point, and it's more of a brush than it is a felt tip. It does really nice small little lines. I'm going to do a really thin line first and maybe a slight flick just to where the edge is, and then see how I feel. I might thicken it up a little bit, I don't know. But you lay the brush flat against the lashes. You don't go in pointing your eye, because that's going to make your line wobbly. So if you lay it flat and against the eyelashes, literally laying on top of them, it's going to make it so much easier to do, and it will just sort of glide. You don't have to feel like you have to do it in a oneer as well. You can do it bit by bit. I normally start at the middle / inside and just sort of, you'll see. You just take your time. We have loads of time off, so you can practice eyeliner. So I almost go over what I've already just brushed over. So I've gone here, then I'm going over it again and going inside. And then I flip it back on itself as well, and I do coming from the outside in. So I'm taking it all the way to the edge of the eye. And from where the bottom lash line goes up into the colour that we blended, I just flick it out there, and then you can attach that in. I hope that makes sense. I try to rest my little finger or some part of my finger on my face so I'm more steady, so I'm not trying to get it in the air. Because it doesn't matter if you touch your face, you can always touch up your face with foundation and that afterwards. Might thicken it up a little bit, just because it is kind of a glamish look. I've sort of thickened the wing out. I've still kept it quite thin in here, and then I'll do it on the other side. I think I'm going to tight line anyway with a black liner, just so that there is no skin showing when I put mascara on as well. I have the MAC Fluidline eye pencil in Metropolis. It's just a black roll-up pencil. I'm going to take this on my upper waterline. This don't look pretty, but got to be done. I kind of do it two ways. I can lift here and go underneath there, but I tend to like closing my eye and doing it like that. You just have to draw into your eye. Just be gentle with it, obviously. That actually thickens up the eye even more. It makes your lashes look thicker, and the liner just looks more put together And this one you can see a lot more flesh. Don't know if you can tell. Okay, now for mascara, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. Oh, by the way, the Laura Mercier liquid liner, I think it's called Caviar. Yeah, it's in Caviar Intense Ink in Noir. I just said Laura Mercier liner. I think this is the only liquid liner they do though, now. Really wiggle it into the base again. I'm not gonna put on false lashes because I like my long lashes anyway. Sometimes a few individuals look nice as well. But obviously if you want to put false lashes on, this is your time to do so. I wouldn't do as many layers of mascara if you're going to, because you find it quite hard to place the lashes down. I'm gonna go back onto skin now, and I'm gonna put some concealer under my eyes and over every horrible part of my face at the minute. So it's the Stay Naked concealer again, and this is in 20WY, just because I'm really pale at the minute. I think this foundation has got a little bit darker, so this is why this is going on. I'll use the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend all that in. You find yourself watching the news and everything and it's just quite upsetting. So this is why we can do makeup. Have fun without getting too upset about everything. Not gonna lie, I used to be a real fan of this foundation. Again, I think it was when I was about 18, 19, I'd bought some and I repurchased it more recently. I don't love it as much on my skin now as I did back then. I think probably because this has gone a little bit more matte. It sits better as you carry on through your makeup, so I think definitely to try and do your foundation first, let it work its way into the skin, and then you can sort of see how you feel about it. Because I prefer it now than I did at the beginning of the video. Okay, so to put colour back into my skin now that I look so pale, the contour brush by Real Techniques, and I've got that HD Pro palette, again, Pro Contour palette, and this is Revolution as well. You can tell I really like Revolution. I think their products are amazing, to be honest. Yeah, they look a little cheaper, but I think the quality of the actual product inside is just as good as some like premium stuff. So I'm going to mix this one and one of these ones to do a little bit of contour. And I'm bringing it up onto the cheek instead of dragging it down. Take a little bit of a bigger brush here. This is the Spectrum A00. I'm popping that one here and this one together. I'm gonna pop it down here. And I'm gonna stay with the same brush there, and I'm gonna use that more orangey color as like a bronzer. Into the contour brush, I'm gonna use a blusher by Gosh, and this is called Natural Blush in Rose Whisper. I have got a bit of the Laura Mercier Glow Powder, the translucent glow powder in a tiny little mini, and I'm so obsessed. How cute is that? So this is the glow, not the translucent powder, which means give myself some glow. And then I'll use the contour brush again. I'm going to use this glow powder to put a glow back into my skin, because I think I'm feeling a little bit matte right now. I don't like matte, personally. Oh, yeah, it's glowy. I just, popped a load of it. It's quite golden. It works as a good highlighter, that's for sure. I don't think I'd recommend this for like the entire face on a normal basis, but I am. I just feel a bit more radiant now, a bit more. Now moving on to my favourite part, last but not least, lipstick. Red. So I got the Nars Dragon Girl Velvet Matte lip pencil. It looks like this. These you sharpen up as well. Again, in a mini, because I love minis. So it kind of acts like a lip liner and a lipstick in one, so you don't really need to use a lip liner. It's a beautiful colour. I gotta say, it looks very different to the stick. It's a really interesting colour, I like it. It's like a pink, but then a red. I don't know how to explain. It's quite a bluey toned one. It smells really, really nice. Yeah, good one, Chianti. Just shove it in your nose, why not? I am just going to clean up around the edges of that with a very small brush and a bit of concealer. Got this. This is a Louise Young LY26 brush. It is, I think, actually a lip brush, but because it's thin, it's really good. So I'm just going to put a bit of concealer on the back of my hand. Just brush a little bit on and then dip into it. I mean, you can use a brush to actually put the lipstick on if you feel like it's a bit too chubby for you. I don't know if that sounded wrong. You know. So I think if you blot it further down, it looks more pink. You put a little bit more on, it looks a little bit more red. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the Gosh blusher. Pop this on the cheeks. Feel a bit more alive then. Oh, and I just wanted to add a last little thing. I have some Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. These are the ones I have. They are so beautiful. So there's a pinky, a gold, silver, and a blue one that I have. I think I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on my eyes. I'm probably gonna use this one. This is called Disco Daydream. It's one of their newest ones. These are so nice. It adds a little something to make it a little bit more party or a little bit more going out. Really thin brush, just to add a bit of glitter. And I'm just gonna add that to the inner part of the liner. So I'm just gonna add it just on top of that. It goes quite wet and it feels really cold at first, and then it can tingle as it's drying. So don't worry, probably won't be allergic to it. It's just the way it works, the way it dries. So I'm just adding it to that part of the eye there and then blending off. And it looks so pretty. But it just catches the light. It's really, really pretty. Really party. So yeah, guys, that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. I've really enjoyed filming this, actually. I have not worn like a red lip for ages, and now I just want to go out, and I know all I'm gonna do is sit in here today. Try and keep busy, guys, anyway. Try and be productive with your time. I'll probably go for a walk, but then this in gym kit is gonna be interesting, but it's lovely weather outside, so we may as well take it because I don't have a garden. Anyway, enough rambling from me. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for people who sent me some ideas privately, and if you want to comment down below with any more like makeup tips or videos you might want to watch, then please comment, please give it a like, and please subscribe because it really, really supports my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.